Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Psychology to Go. I've got some exciting announcements to do at the end of this video, so make sure to stick around for them. Today we will be talking about 7 rare psychological disorders you most probably never heard of. Starting with number 1, Cotard's Syndrome. Cotard's Syndrome is a relatively rare condition that was first described by French neurologist Dr. Jules Cotard in 1882. Individuals can have a series of delusions that range from the belief that one has lost organs, blood or body parts, all the way to insisting that one has lost one's soul or is even dead. The first case was reported in 1880. A 43-year-old woman claimed that she has no brain, no nerves, no chest, no stomach, and no intestines. There's only skin and bones of a decomposing body. She has no soul, God does not exist, neither does the devil. She's nothing more than a decomposing body and has no need to eat. She cannot die a natural death. She exists eternally if she's not burned. The fire will be the only solution for her. And Jules Cotard formulated this as a new type of depression, characterized by anxious melancholia, insensitivity to pain, delusions of non-existence concerning one's own body, and delusions of immortality. So let's move on to number 2. Persistent genital arousal disorder. Persistent genital arousal disorder is a phenomenon in which a woman experiences spontaneous genital arousal. It can be triggered by sexual or non-sexual stimuli, which makes living with it very demanding. Most individuals even hesitate to seek help due to shame and embarrassment. Masturbation as well as orgasms offer little to no relief. It is worth mentioning that persistent genital arousal disorder is not the same as hypersexuality. Hypersexuality is the excessive desire with or without persistent genital arousal. But persistent genital arousal disorder is the persistent genital arousal in absence of desire. Number 3. Exploding head syndrome. Patients with exploding head syndrome experience a tremendously loud noise, which originates from within their head. The noise is usually described as the sound of a bomb explosion, gunshot, waves crashing against rocks, loud voices, door slamming, or the sound of an electrical buzzing. Exploding head syndrome is an uncommon, usually nocturnal parasomnia that arises from the transition between different sleep stages. The noise normally occurs while falling asleep. It typically lasts for a few seconds only, and it completely disappears when awake. There is no actual headache or persistent pain. Number 4. Arousal syndrome. It is a temporary psychiatric condition characterized by patients believing that they have become biblical figures. For example, some of them believe to be Jesus, John the Baptist, or even Moses. Christian pilgrims are mainly affected, but Jews are occasionally diagnosed too. Individuals with Arousal syndrome begin to act very strangely. For instance, they could claim that they are an ancient religious figure who is sent on a holy mission. They might even start wearing white toga-like clothes, and everything usually passes in a week. Afterward, patients are extremely embarrassed. Most of them do not even want to talk about the incident. And now my personal favorite, number 5. Alice in Wonderland Syndrome. Individuals with Alice in Wonderland Syndrome have temporary episodes of distorted perception and disorientation. The foremost symptom is an altered body image. For example, one's hands as well as one's head seem disproportionate. The sizes of objects are perceived inaccurately too. And the trademark symptom of Alice in Wonderland Syndrome is migraine. One might even experience strong hallucinations. For example, visualizing things that are not even in the room. Finally, the individual loses a sense of time. Time seems to pass either at an extreme slow pace or super fast. Causes of Alice in Wonderland Syndrome can be migraine, temporal lobe epilepsy, brain tumors, or psychoactive drugs. The syndrome is relatively common in children. Number 6. Body integrity identity disorder. Patients suffering from body integrity identity disorder have an intense desire to amputate a major limb. For example, some patients want a leg amputated right under the knee. Others would like to injure their spinal cord to become paralyzed. It is not uncommon to hear things like, "I can feel exactly the line where my leg should end and my stump should begin." But most of the time, individuals explain that their limb feels alien. For example, they would say something like, "My limbs do not feel like they belong to me, and they should not be there." And finally, number 7, Capgras Syndrome. Capgras Syndrome is a psychological condition which is also known as imposter syndrome or Capgras delusion. Individuals might believe that someone they know has been replaced by an imposter. It is not uncommon for them to accuse a spouse of being an imposter of their actual spouse. As you can imagine, this is extremely upsetting for both the accused person and the person experiencing the delusion. Capgras syndrome is more common in women, but it can affect men too. Alzheimer's disease and dementia are closely associated with the syndrome, because they do affect memory and they can alter your sense of reality. That's it for today, guys. Which of the disorders did you find the most interesting? Let us know in the comments below. We are looking forward to reading and replying to them. The disorder with the most thumbs up will get a video of its own. And now to the announcement. I'm really happy to share my exciting news with you. For more than a year, I was working on a website for all who enjoy reading psychology articles on the go. It's not quite ready yet, but it seems like this winter it will be finally done. For instance, this video will be featured in the post 9 rare psychological disorders. So you see that there are 2 more disorders awaiting to be discovered by you. Once it's done, I will upload the link in the description. Anyway, if you want to see anything on mental health, personality growth, or interesting psychology facts, feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. My name is Patrick and you have been watching Psychology to Go. I see you again next week for the next episode. Cheers guys, have a good one and stay healthy.